Alrighty, we're just moments away from today's Tao Daily Tarot reading. Here are the usual heads up cards that we have at the beginning, kind of set you up. You are just exhausted. You've been thinking things through. You've been battling a little establishment war within yourself. Could be of a political nature, could be of a more personal nature, but you've just been battling this stuff for some time. And at this point, you are exhausted. You are absolutely beaten up. Too much thought, just exhausting. And the page here says it's time to heal. Heal your thoughts. Actually, it's a great time to kind of get in touch with your emotions, get in touch with your soul, your spirit. We'll give you all the details. It's a really powerful read coming up in just a moment. Well, hello and welcome to this edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. Glad to have you with me. Always thrilled, pleased, much gratitude. By the way, while I'm doing that, remember, please like, share, and subscribe. The subscription stuff does not tie you into anything. It just means that you're going to get the daily feeds. And I do a daily feed every day, 365 days a year, a brand new tarot reading for you. Whether you're a first-timer, long-timer, or maybe just somebody who's cross-watching, that's fine. You're more than welcome here. For the first-timers, I'm going to go through this kind of quickly, and that is what separates this tarot reading from other tarot readings. Well, first of all, it's archetypal. I generally only use 8 cards, 4 decks, but 8 cards because the Tao is, by definition, very simple. It's the straightest, simplest path. And this is a path to empower you. Not to predict, to give you the power, alrighty? And the reason I say that is because I focus on energies. The energies of coming, going, pushing, pulling, the things that are coming and going in your life every day, the things that are pushing at you, the people that are pulling at you. It's life. And so if you understand these energies are operating all around the world right now, but their applications are different depending on your life. So rather than pigeonhole you and say, well, this is going to happen and this person's coming in and this, no, here are the energies. Think of it as an energetic weather report. Rather than waiting for somebody to hand you an umbrella because it's raining, you have your own umbrella. So the weather report, the energetic weather report, is giving you the energies around you. You apply them to your life situation. Also, I do a thing called the Hyper Shuffle, and I try to get this in within about 10 minutes, give or take a minute or two on either side, because the cards dictate that ultimately. But nevertheless, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, whatever, you can fit that into your life. Hard to squeeze an hour reading into your life. You have to kind of stop everything, or really not pay attention and be busy doing other things, because you got a life. 10 minutes, you can sit down and cover it very nicely. So thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it a whole bunch, for sure, more than words can say. Just a moment ago, I talked about something called the Hyper Shuffle. It's kind of a fun thing, not a big deal, but it's a fun thing. Let me show you. And there you go. There is the Hyper Shuffle for today. Let's get to today's daily tarot reading. Alrighty, we begin with our overall temperature because this is an energetic reading, weather report, right? Sort of, yeah. We talk about soulmates. Soulmates. Very, very, very important. And you notice up here the 41. 41 adds to a 5, which is changeability. Soulmates. This could be a love reading. There's no question about it. This sort of sets the stage. But it may not be a kind of love reading that you are thinking about right at this moment. Let's get into it. One of the first things I noticed when I was laying this stuff out, a lot of swords stuff, a lot of thinking. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 8 cards, 5 are swords. You have been thinking yourself into a tizzy, if I can use that word. You are just spent, you're beaten up, you're tired. You don't have any more strength. You're exhausted. But the reason you've been doing all of this thinking, in the pre-shuffle I came up with the Strength card in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. You have been fighting a battle with whatever you consider the establishment in your life. And it doesn't necessarily have a political theme to it at all. It could be the politics of your life, the organization of your life. You've been fighting it all last year probably and all of this year thinking, how can I fix this? How can I? And at this point you're exhausted. That super full moon in Scorpio a week or so ago really kind of took this air and stuffings out of a lot of people. They are exhausted. They're in a hold position. So at this point, they're done thinking. It is just over. I quit. I resign. I gotta take a break. And indeed, you have to. And the time between a Scorpio full moon and the Taurus new moon coming up in the middle of the month, I think that's a good time to just put down all of the thinking stuff and just relax, kick back a little bit, maybe feel your way through. Because you've been fighting stuff, and at this point, the Five of Swords says, why am I doing this? What am I gaining? What's the point? It's a small victory, if a victory at all. What am I doing? And it's all in your head, largely. All in your head, all in your whatever. It's just kind of caught up with you. It's been so intense. You could tell that, of course, by the Ten of Swords. But it's over. It's over. And so here we go. Page of Swords. A change in your thinking. Yeah. After all this energy, thinking, you're saying, that's enough. I'm done. Then there's something or somebody who came in with some sort of information for you where you said, okay, that's it. What I've been doing has been ineffective. Okay, that Five of Swords. I'm exhausted. The Ten of Swords. I've got to change my plans. And that's what this leads to, the Chariot. You see the two Sphinxes, Light Sphinx, Dark Sphinx. Two Sphinxes heading in different directions. You are the one in the Chariot. You are the one in control. And you're deciding, I have to stop this carnival of thinking because it's just worn me out. It hasn't produced the results I've wanted. I feel exhausted. I feel like I've put in all of this time, all of this energy, mental energy, or maybe even listening to people. A lot of mental energy in that, and you're saying, no, I got to take charge, right? Chariot card, got to take charge myself, figure out what the heck I want to do. And then here we go again, emphasizing the fact that this is a time for recalculating, recalibrating. Here's another Five of Swords. This is one of the magnifier cards. The Five of Swords matches the first or the second card we picked. You can see it right now underneath my hand. Five of Swords twice says that you feel like you've spent a lot of mental energy and gotten nowhere. You go, this is it? Where am I different than I was, let's say, a year ago? Effectively, I'm not. There's got to be something different. And of course, that takes us to the Chariot card, where you are the one in control. You are the one who says which way I'm going to go. And you're going to go. The pages, remember, they change the storyline, so you're going to change. And the other magnifier card is the King of Cups. King of Cups feels a lot, but doesn't show it. If he does, very loving, very forgiving, very supportive. But that side doesn't come out very often. And on the darker side, he can be rather self-involved emotionally. But I think in this case, what we're talking about is you loving yourself. And I felt this from the beginning when I saw this soulmates card. There may be somebody in your life who is a soulmate, who is the one who is helping you navigate out of this conundrum called your brain. But it could be you as well. The two halves of you, the light side and dark side that each of us has. And you're combining those, you're making peace with those. In fact, at this point, here is the vice versa card looking forward. He's exhausted. It's time for healing. He's put down the swords, put down the thoughts. He's going to lean on the King of Cups. He's going to lean on his emotions. He's going to spend time to heal. And I think that's very good, especially as I was saying, we got this new moon in Taurus coming up in, the middle of the month, a little more than a week or so away. It's going to be very powerful. And it will resonate with that Scorpio full moon we just had. You will find that the end of May and June especially are very, very busy, very, very changeable. And so this is a time for you to rest, to relax, to find soul peace, whether it is with someone else or whether it is with the other part that makes up you. It is a blending of soul energies, whether with you or someone else. But it's really, really important. And you see all those little hearts there? That's what you need right now. You need to stop thinking and get back to feeling for a little while. And when you do, I believe that you will find that doors begin to open up, that new paths begin to open up. Because that's what's indicated. Remember, you have 2 Page of Swords here. And that means the thinking stuff, for the time being, kind of put on a shelf. You're going to feel your way for the next week and a half till we hit that new moon. Just a little respite. Catch your breath, because I'm telling you, the last 2 weeks of May and all of June into July, busy, busy, busy. So there's the read for today, and there you go. I'm very pleased that you could join me. Please, as I always ask you, like, share, subscribe. Very important for the folks at YouTube as I work to build it, but I can't build this channel without your help. So again, thank you in advance for all that you do. And feel free to make comments. I'd love to hear from you. I check them out virtually every day. So thank you so much. Alrighty, so tomorrow, brand new read, because I do a brand new read for you every day, 365 days a year. I'm hoping that you can make it. If you can't, obviously you'll be able to catch up easily at any point in time. So between now and the next time you and I talk tarot together, blessings.